They won. What is up, Finn fans? It's always week one. Am I right? It's always week one that the Miami Dolphins do this to us. If you remember last year, it was the Chargers. It was a back and forth Charger game. And then, Tua with that touchdown pass over the shoulder to Tyreek Hill. Then we had to stop them from getting a field goal range. So we only won by 2? It's always something. If that's the case, then week 2, I think we played, who we played week 2? I think it was the Patriots or something. We won that game. Then we played Denver, destroyed them. So if that trend keeps going, that'd be good. But before we jump into this, I do have to shout out today's sponsor, and that's Clean the World. Sean Seipler, my man, great company, does great things for people of need, whether it's third world countries, natural disasters, to homeless. He not only gets them cleaning supplies for themselves, water, shower stations, but kids that need it. He gets them backpacks. He gets people food. So much great stuff. Check him out, cleantheworld.org. Good friend of mine and like a brother to me. So let's talk about this game. We are going to go into stats first and foremost. We'll start over here with the away side. Trevor Lawrence, 12 for 21, 162, 1 touchdown, a 97.7 passer rating. Then you have Tank Bigsby, 12 carries, 73 yards, 6.1 carry. Travis Etienne, 12 carries, 44 yards, and a touchdown. Then you have your receiving, Gabe Davis, 3 catches, 62 yards. Brian Thomas, 4 catches, 47, and a touchdown. Christian Kirk, 1 for 30. Travis Etienne, 2 for 15. Fumbles. They had 2 fumbles. Travis Etienne and Parker Washington both fumbled. We got the Travis Etienne one back. Parker Washington, we were unable to get it back. 3 sacks on the day. No interceptions, which makes me happy. 0 interceptions. 3 sacks on the day. 8 tackles for loss. That is huge, and I'm going to talk about that. And outside of that, yeah. Now we look over at the Miami Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa, 23 for 37, 338 yards, 1 touchdown, 101 passer rating. He started off slow. There was some throws, and I'll get into it, that I wish he would have done better with, but Tua did his thing. I'm not that upset with Tua. There's other aspects of this team that need to be addressed more than Tua, but again, Tua didn't play a perfect game. Jeff Wilson, 5 carries, 26 yards, 5.2 yards a carry. When that man went in, we just started chunking him off. Devon Achane, 10 carries, 24 yards, 2.4 yards. Tua, 1 carry for 11 yards. Nice to see, but again, this needs to be better. The running needs to be better. 2 100-yard receivers. Tyreek Hill, 7 catches, 130 yards, and a touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 5 catches, 109 yards, no touchdown. Only 1 touchdown there. Kader Kohu with the fumble recovery off of Travis Etienne. And then on the defensive side, 3 sacks. Manuel Ogbah, Calais Campbell, and Jalen Phillips. 3 sacks, 4 quarterback hits, 5 tackles for loss, no interceptions. And unfortunately, Sanders missed the field goal, but he made the 52-yarder that ended up winning us the game. Tomorrow, I will have a deeper dive into this game because over on PFF, they don't have the passing charts and stuff, so I could tell you how many passes we had behind the line of scrimmage. We'll look at all of that stuff tomorrow when I do a deeper dive into this victory. Off the top of my head, I'm going to just raffle off things that I noticed. Like I said, Tua, to me, he didn't play a bad game. He didn't throw interceptions. I think he took 1 sack that he shouldn't have. The other 2 was just on the offensive line. There was a ton of drops, like a whole lot of drops. And I will talk about that, especially from Durham Smythe. Durham Smythe was, where is it? He was targeted 3 times and he had 0 receptions because he dropped them all. It was bad. Jonnu Smith had a drop. There's a few drops that were just, Braxton Berrios had a drop, killing me. But I'm not mad at Tua. He does need to be a little bit better, especially because you're being paid to be that guy. There was some throws he definitely should have made. That touchdown pass to Tyreek, he was butt naked open. He overthrew him. There were some throws to the boundaries. He kind of sailed them. He definitely needs to be better in that aspect, especially this short week taking on Buffalo at home. But I don't think the sloppy play I'm not putting on him. I'd give him about 15% of the blame. He needs to make those throws 23 for 37. Again, there's a lot of drops, but some of the throws were him. But that 101 passer rating and the touchdown, and we won. I'm good with that. Drops are a problem. There was a ton of them. We will break down the film. I think that will be out Tuesday, so we will be able to see where the drops were. Is it Tua's fault on his accuracy, or was it just bad drops? Whether they're different people. Again, tomorrow you're going to get a deeper dive. Tuesday you're going to get the film breakdown. Wednesday you'll get the preview. Thursday you'll get picks before the game starts Thursday night. I got to cram everything into a short week. Ton of drops. The penalties. There was a ton of penalties. Let me see this. Team stats. Let's go into team stats. First downs. Dolphins had 11 first downs. Jaguars had 8. Third down efficiency. We shut them down. Dolphins were 50% on third down efficiency. The Jaguars 2 for 10. When it comes to penalties, Dolphins had 9 for 103 yards. The Jaguars had 8 for 71. A big chunk of that had to do with, here, let me show you what I'm looking at. A big chunk of that had to do with the pass interference. Look at the total yards, 400. No turnovers, 18 first downs. Time of possession, we had the ball for 7 more minutes than the Jaguars did. So we beat them. We were the better team. We beat them. We held them to 0 points in the second half. I will talk about the defense in a second. I'm kind of talking about the offense as of right now. Penalties, fix that. Bad clock management. Too many times, and again, you're going to hear me, you're like, wow, it sounds like we lost. Don't worry, I'll get to the good stuff. Kind of ripping the Band-Aid off, and then I'm going to put some ointment on it. Bad play clock management. Too many times we called timeouts when we didn't need to. Too many times we were snapping the ball under 5 seconds. It's a lot had to do with getting the plays into Tua. Paul's on that. Needs to work on that. The play calling. Again, we'll dive more into this tomorrow when I have all the information and all that stuff. But geez Louise, the play calling was bad. I think it was like 3rd and 3, and we throw a pass to, I think it was Mostert, 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and we get tackled for a loss. And you could say, well, that's the check down. No, because the play called for Jonnu Smith to go around, be the lead blocker, and there's 3 defenders on that side. The play calls were horrid. Like, we were hitting, we had Tyreek deep, we hit Waddle deep. Like, we had at points time to go deep, and we kept throwing screens. It was killing me. Too many times tackles for loss. That's why their tackles for loss was like, what did I say? It was like 8? 8 tackles for a loss. Absolutely killing me. Dolphins had 5 tackles for loss. Killing me. So the coaching was a big portion of the problem. The offensive line, we could not open lanes for running until the end of the game when we gassed out the Jaguars in the heat. Our offensive line was bad. If we had a good play, then all of a sudden Robert Jones, like I talked about last year, penalty, holding, or Liam Eichenberg allowing a sack, or it was just no lanes on running. It was just so, the offensive line, this is what I think is the problem with the offense and why it stalled so bad, and we scored 20 points. Offensive line, play calling, drops, and then I would put 2 at the very end. I think some of his passes sailed on him, and he missed guys for touchdowns like Tyreek Hill, and he missed guys open, sailed some of his passes. But my order of problems on the offense is offensive line, Mike McDaniel, drops, and then Tua is on the bottom. I don't think Tua was a big problem. I think, again, people are not going to listen to this part. I think he sailed some passes, and he definitely needs to work on that, but I don't think he is the biggest problem of the offense. Let's flip it on the other side. The defense. A lot of people were down on the defense. Oh, our defense sucks. We need a new defensive coordinator, this, and that. We held them to 17 points. They had no points in the second half. Well, Doug, that's only because Javon Holland punched the ball out. That's defense. Forced fumble, forced turnover. I am happy with the defense. Could they have played better? Of course. But I told you guys when I was looking at the defensive stats, they were like top 10 in yards allowed, but 22nd in points allowed. I'll give you everything between the 20s. If we can limit the points, you win the games. So I'm fine with them. All right, cool. But they did their job because, again, you look at team stats, held them to 206 total yards. We had 400. I think the defense did good. 2 for 10 in third down efficiencies. 17 first downs. We had 18. Like, I'm good with the defense. Causing the sacks, we had 3 sacks. Blown coverages here and there, but again, only one of them resulted in a touchdown. There was a lot of times they were given short field because, again, go back to the play call and go for it on 4th and 3, 4th and 5. I think at one point we went for on 4th and 8. Like, giving short field just made no sense to me. I was happy with the defense. Again, they need to clean it up. It's week 1. It's a new defense, new defensive coordinator, new scheme. But you held this team to 0 points in the second half and 17 points overall. I'm happy with the way the defense played. They just need to get it together a little bit in some aspects, clean it up. But again, like I said, it's going to take about 4 weeks for the defense to get clicking, and they already are kind of clicking there. As I told you guys all the stats, like you look at Trevor Lawrence's, he had 162 yards. 1 touchdown. They had no 100-yard rusher. Yes, Bigsby went off 12 carries for 73 yards, but when we had to, we shut them down. Forced a lot of 3-and-outs. A lot of 3-and-outs. And then the 4-and-out that really helped the Miami Dolphins. How many 3-and-outs did we force? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3-and-outs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So on 11 drives, we forced 6 3-and-outs. More than half of the time, this Dolphin defense forced a 3-and-out. If the offense was just at par that it was at the beginning of last year, we would have blown the Jaguars out. Would have been a completely different game. To me, the offense is the reason why this game was as close as it was. I think the defense kept us in this game, and I'm happy with the way the defense played. I'm happy with Javon Holland. I'm happy with Javon Holland punching the ball out. Pay that man. I'm happy with Jalen Phillips getting a sack, throwing one of those up. I'm happy with Emmanuel Ogbah, Calais Campbell getting their sacks. I'm happy with this defense, and it's only going to get better the more they play together and more continuity they have. The offense, on the other hand, this is the 3rd year. Get your stuff together. Drops, penalties, play calling, Tua missing on some passes. Get your stuff together, offense. Your defense did their job. Now, the offense did their job marching us down the field, getting the field goals and stuff, but come on. Holy guacamole. The Sanders missed 42, scared the crap out of me. I was like, how is he going to make a 52-yarder? And he made it. Last thing I want to talk about, end on a positive note, and that is Jake Bailey, the punter. Yes, I'm going to talk about the punter. That man was pinning them inside the 10 multiple times, inside the 20 3 times, long of 57, average of 49.5 yards. He did really well today and definitely helped us flip the field and make them drive long downs. Very happy with that. Overall, the Dolphins win. We are 1-0. We needed this win because the Patriots won and the Buffalo Bills won. So we needed this one. And if the Jets win, all 4 teams are 1-0. We could not start 0-1 and be at the bottom and have everyone laughing at us. There's things we got to clean up. We got a short week to clean it up. No off day for them, but we did it. Also, quick analysis of Hard Rock attendance, 65,582. You guys packed that place. But that's what I got for you guys today. Comment below. Let me know what you think of all the stuff, all the play calling, all that stuff. Like I said, tomorrow you're going to get a deeper dive video. I'm going to look more into the stats and other stuff and give you more of a deeper analysis. But other than that, like usual, I'll see you tomorrow. Stay classy. Offense up.